Hello and welcome to Miss Riley's Maths videos. This is a revision video for algebra. It includes expanding brackets, substituting into formulas, adding fractions, solving equations, solving inequalities, solving simultaneous equations, and rearranging formulas. I suggest if you're watching this as a revision video that you first of all try the questions yourself, and then you look at the video and see what was good and what wasn't so good. So I'm going to work it through. I've reprinted it so there's space below each question. So that's what I'm going to work with. That's what I'm going to work. Okay, so first question here says expand the following. So that means multiply out the brackets and simplify where possible. If I expand this, I'm going to have 2 by 3a is 6a and 2 by 4b is 8b. I can't do anything else. That's the end. Okay, because a's and b's can't be added together. Next one, 3x is 3x, 3 by 2y is 6y, and 3 by minus 6 is minus 18. Minus 2 by x is minus 2x, minus 2 by minus 10y is plus 20y, and minus 2 by minus 4 is plus 14. Then I've got 3x and minus 2x. They can go together. That's x. I have 6y and 20y. They can go together. That's 26y. And I have 18, negative 18 and plus 14, so that's going to be negative 4. So x plus 26y minus 4. This one here, a times 4a is 4a squared. A times minus 7t is minus 7at. Minus 2a by 2a is minus 4a squared. And minus 2a by minus 3t is plus 6at. 4a squared and minus 4a squared, they're going to cancel each other out. Minus 7at plus 6at is minus 1at, or just minus at. Double brackets, you can do FOIL, you can do the umbrella, whatever you like, but I'm just going to do FOIL. So outer by outer is x squared. Sorry, that was first by first, x squared, outer by outer. X by 2 is 2x, inner by inner, 7x, and 7 by 2 is 14. So everything in this bracket has to multiply by everything in this bracket. So that's why I have 4 terms. X by x is x squared, x by 2 is 2x, 7 by x is 7x, and 7 by 2 is 14. So I've got x squared plus 9x plus 14. Double brackets again, 2x by 3x is 6x squared, 2x by 5 is 10x, 1 by 3x is 3x, and 1 by 5 is 5. So that's 6x squared plus 13x plus 5. Okay, if p equals minus 2 and t equals minus 3, evaluate. Find, that's spelled wrong, sorry, find the value of, that should be evaluate. Sorry, find the value of. Okay, so we're substituting these numbers for these letters. So the first one, p plus t is minus 2 plus minus 3, which equals minus 5. pt written by that like that means p times t. So minus 2 times minus 3, which equals plus 6. T squared plus pt minus t. So t squared is minus 3 squared plus minus 2 times minus 3 minus 3. Oh, that's nasty. But you could just plug that straight in your calculator. Okay, you don't have to do it in your head. You can plug it into your calculator. And what I would suggest you do is that you put everything in brackets. So minus 3 squared, in fact, it's really important on your calculator that you put the minus 3 in brackets. Otherwise, your calculator gets it wrong. So it's plus 9. Your calculator, if you don't put it in your brackets, your calculator will tell you that it's minus 9. Okay, so that's plus 18. And then finally, this is really nasty, so let's do it over here. 2p squared is 2 times minus 2 squared. Minus 4q is minus 4. Oh, there's no q. Okay, let's say t. Minus 4t is minus 4 times minus 3 divided by the square root of t cubed. So minus 3 cubed plus p is minus 2. Again, you can stick that all in your calculator straight away. Just use the fractions mode. Now, if that's too much to put in your calculator, you could do the top line first. So 2 times 4 plus 12, that's what that's going to be. So 6 plus 12 is 18. That's what's on top. And underneath, we've got minus 3 cubed is minus 3 times minus 3 times minus 3, which is minus 27, plus minus 2. Plus minus 2 is minus 2. Actually, that's not going to work because that's going to be minus 29, and we can't have the square root of a minus number. So I'm just going to change that to squared. Okay, so minus 3 squared would be plus 9. So if I change that to squared, it's going to be 18 on top. It's going to be plus 9 minus 2. The square root of that's 18 over the square root of 7. So that's not even nice. It's not going to work out nicely. Okay? Okay, over the page, adding algebraic fractions. So like with all fractions, we've got to make sure that we have a common denominator. So for 5 and 2, the common denominator is going to be 10. How did I know that? Because it's the smallest number that 5 and 2 go into. It's the LCM of 5 and 2. So they both go into 10. So that's going to be x. It's going to be, let's write it over 10. 10 plus 10. Okay, so 5 goes into 10 2 times. So x is going to multiply by 2 as well. So that's 2x over 10. And 2 goes into 10 5 times. So I've got to multiply 3x by 5 as well, which is 15x. So I've got 2x over 10 plus 15x over 10, which equals 17x over 10. Okay? 2x over 3 plus 4x over 7. So my common denominator is going to be 21. 21. 3 goes into 21 7 times. So I multiplied 3 by 7 to get 21. What do I multiply 2x by then? I multiply it by 7 as well, which is 14x over 21. 7 goes into 21 3 times. What do I multiply 4x by? I multiply it by 3 as well. So 12x over 21, which is 14x over 21 plus 12x over 21, which equals 26x for 21. Okay, common denominator here is 9. That's a bit nicer. So 9 goes into 9 once, so I don't have to change anything on top because I've just multiplied by 1. 3 goes into 9 3 times, so 3 times 3 is 9, so I'm going to have to multiply x plus 2 by 3. And if you notice, I'm actually going to do it in brackets to make sure I get my multiplication right. So 5x plus 3 minus 3 by x is 3 minus 3x minus 3 by 2 is minus 6 over 9. So if you got this one wrong, that's probably where you went wrong. You need to put your expression, the x plus 2, okay, it's a bit more complicated than 4x or 2x. You need to put it in a bracket and multiply it by the 3. And what we also had there was a subtract or a minus, and that's going to make it really minus 3 times x minus 3 times 2 is minus 6. And then 5x minus 3x is 2x plus 3 minus 6 is minus 9. And then finally, this is a nasty one. So my common denominator, and I'm going to go straight to the common denominator, is actually x plus 3 by x plus 1. So for fractions where there is a variable, an x, in the denominator, on the bottom, my common denominator, the easiest way to get my common denominator is to multiply these two together and just write them in brackets written like that. You don't have to multiply them out, just leave them like that. Okay, so what I've got is x plus 3. What did I multiply x plus 3 by to get this? I multiplied it by x plus 1. Okay, so this multiplied by x plus 1. So the 2 needs to multiply by x plus 1. What did x plus 1 multiply by to get x plus 3 by x plus 1? It multiplied by x plus 3. So plus 5 by x plus 3. Now, if I want to do a bit of magic maths, if I'm trying to work out what to multiply the 2 by, I cover up whatever's underneath it. So I multiply the 2 by x plus 1. If I want to work out what to multiply the 5 by, I cover up whatever's underneath it. X plus 1 is underneath it, so I cover up x plus 1 here, and x plus 3 is left. So 2 by x plus 1 is 2x plus 2, plus 5x plus 15 over x plus 3 by x plus 1. And remember, you don't multiply these out. 2x and 5x is 7x, 2 and 15 is 17 over x plus 3 by x plus 1. So that's probably the hardest, possibly the hardest part of the whole sheet, is that one there. Okay, go back over it if you need to. Solve the following equations. So remember, with equations, we're trying to get x's on one side. So x on one side, numbers on the other. So we want to end up with x is equal to, and then what I do to one side, I must do to the other to keep it balanced. Okay, so 5x equals 20. 5 times a number equals 20. To get 1 times the number, I'm going to divide by 5. If 5x's cost 20 euro, 1x is going to cost 20 euro divided by 5, so that's 4. 2x plus 4 is equal to 16. I'm going to first of all deal with the 4. I don't want that there because it should be on the other side, because the x's are on this side, and I want the numbers on this side. So I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides. So I get 2x. Now why do I subtract 4? I subtract 4 because 4 minus 4 is 0. Okay, 16 minus 4 is 12. So I've got 2x is equal to 12. Divide by 2, divide by 2, x is equal to 6. Okay, 3x minus 6 is equal to minus 9. That minus 6 is in the wrong place. It should be over here. That 3x is going to stay here for now. So add 6 to both sides. They go out. So 3x is equal to minus 3. And then get 1x, divide by 3, divide by 3, x is equal to negative 1. 7 minus 2x is equal to 3. Now, I can, if I want to, get the x's on the right, because that would make them positive. But I'm actually just going to stick with the x's on the left. So subtract 7 from both sides. Minus 2x is equal to minus 4. Now, be careful here. I have to divide by negative 2 to find out what 1x is. Negative 2x divided by negative 2 is positive 1x. Minus 4 divided by minus 2. Negative 4 divided by negative 2 is positive 2. So x is equal to plus 2. 4x plus 3 is equal to 2x plus 11. So I'm going to deal with the numbers first. Let's get 3 away from there. So that's going to be 8. So 4x is equal to 2x plus 8. That 2x is in the wrong place. Subtract 2x from both sides. 2x is equal to 8. Divide by 2, divide by 2, x is equal to 4. I'm going to multiply out the brackets here. So 4x plus 12 is equal to 3x plus 6. Numbers to one side, x's to the other. So I'm going to get negative 6. So 4x is equal to 3x minus 6. Subtract 3x, subtract 3x. X is equal to minus 6. Oh, complicated one here, but let's just take it slowly. Multiply out the brackets first. 7x plus 7 minus 6 plus 16x minus 3x. So 11x is equal to 7 and 16 is 23, minus 3x is 20x. 7 minus 6 is 1. 20x plus 1. Okay, subtract 1, 10 is equal to 20x. Divide by 20, divide by 20. X is equal to a half or 0.5. So just be careful in that last bit. It's 10 divided by 20, not 20 divided by 10. Okay, now fractions in equations, really not very nice. The easiest way to deal with it is to multiply all the terms by the LCM of the bottom, so the common denominator. So a number that will get rid of all those fractions. So if I multiplied everything by 6, let's see what happens. So 6 by x over 6 minus 6 by x over 2 is equal to 6 by 5. See, I have to multiply that 5. It's kind of over 1. So I've got to multiply it by 6 as well. Why did I choose 6? I chose 6 because I know that this will happen. 6 cancels with 6. 2 cancels with 6. 6 is the smallest number that 6 and 2 both go into. And what I end up with is x minus 3 is equal to 30. Add 3, x is equal to 33. Okay, so that's a bit hard, all right, but give it a go and try it. Does that make sense? X is equal to 33. X minus 3x. What a mess. It didn't make sense to me. X minus 3 times x is minus 3x is equal to 30. That's better. Minus 2x is equal to 30. Divide by minus 2, divide by minus 2, x is equal to minus 15. That's a bit better. Okay. Still not nice, but not bad. Okay, what's the common denominator here, or what do I multiply by to get rid of 8 and 3? 24 is the smallest number. LCM of 8 and 3 is 24. So 24 by 5y minus 1 over 8 plus 24 by 2y minus 4 over 3 is equal to 24 by 5. So 8 goes into 8 once and into 24 3 times. 3 goes into 3 once and into 24 8 times. So I have 3 by 5y minus 1 plus 8 by 2y minus 4 is equal to 24 by 5, which is 120. Let's just put a line here. Okay, so 3 by 5y minus 1 plus 8 by 2y minus 4 equals 120. So 15y minus 3 plus 16y minus 32 is equal to 120. So 15y and 16y, 31y minus 35 is equal to 120. Add 35, add 35. 31y is equal to 155, and thankfully they divide in. So divide both sides by 31, and y is equal to 5. Phew, it did work out. Bit weird, but it worked out. Solving inequalities. I treat them like equations. This is the key bit. I'm going to do a number line at the end to show my answers. Treat them like inequalities. So x is on one side, numbers on the other. So 4x, this symbol here means greater than or equal. Okay, so that now means 4x. It meant 4x minus 4 is greater than or equal to 8. I've added 4 to both sides, so 4x must be greater than or equal to 12. If I divide by 4, x is greater than or equal to 3. So if I draw my line, I put my answer in the middle. Okay, now it's natural numbers, so it's only going to be dots, and it's greater than or equal to 3. So let's put in our numbers 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 2, 1, 0. It's going to be greater than or equal to 3, so it equals 3, or it's greater than 3. If it's natural numbers, it's positive whole numbers, so only whole numbers. So that's going to be my answer. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It means that all the other numbers bigger than 7 that are whole numbers will also make it true. Okay, let's try the next one. 5x plus 3 is less than minus 2. Subtract 3, subtract 3. 5x is less than minus 5. Divide by 5. Divide by 5. X is less than minus 1. Okay, now this time it's integers. So that means positive and negative whole numbers. So I'm going to put minus 1 in the middle. 0, 1, 2. Minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. X is less than minus 1. So it's not less than or equal to minus 1. It's just less than minus 1. So minus 1 is not included. Minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. They're all included. Okay. X is a real number this time, so it's going to include all the numbers we could possibly think of. So let's solve our inequality. First, 2x is less than or equal to 8. Divide by 2, divide by 2. X is less than or equal to 4. Okay, so I draw my number line. I put 4 in the middle. 5, 6, 7, 3, 2, 1, 0. X is less than or equal to 4. So it includes 4 and all the numbers less than 4. It's a real number, so it includes decimals, square roots, everything. So I draw a road because it's a real number. Okay? Because I want to include all the tiny numbers that are in between. Okay, we're nearly there. Simultaneous equations. What I want is same size of the variable, same size of number, or same number, and opposite signs. Because if I have the same size of number of x or y, then I can add to eliminate. Okay, I can add to eliminate. So let's see. Look, they're the same size, but they're actually the same sign. So I'm going to multiply this line by -1. I can multiply or divide each line by anything, as long as I do it to the whole line. So I'm multiplying this by -1. So -1 times 2x is -2x, -1 by y is -y, -1 by 9 is -9. And then this bottom line, I'm treating, just doing nothing with it because it's already plus 1y. Now you see I have -1y and plus 1y. If I add them together, -2x plus 3x is 1x. They cancel out. -9 plus 11 is 2. So x is equal to 2. Now I need to find out, well, what's y? So I know 2x plus 9 is y is equal to 9. 2 by 2 plus y is equal to 9. 4 plus y is equal to 9. So y must equal 5. So my answer is x equals 2, y is equal to 5. Okay, what about here? I think I will aim to eliminate x this time. I'm going to just call this A and this B. I'm going to multiply B by -4. Now, the reason I label it A and B is just so we can know which equations I'm talking about. I could have done it in the last one as well. I'm going to leave A as it is. It's plus 4x. I want B to be -4x. So I'm multiplying this whole line by -4. -4 by x is -4x. -4 by y is -4y. And -4 by 3 is -12. Now I can add them together because they're same size, they're both 4, but they're opposite signs. This one's a negative and this one's a positive, so I can add them together. They cancel. -y is equal to -2. 3y and -4y is -1y. 10 minus 12 is -2. So plus y is equal to plus 2. Okay, so I now know y is 2. I'm going to go back to this equation. I know that x plus y is equal to 3, so I need to find y, but I know that y is 2. So x plus 2 is equal to 3. So subtract 2, x must equal 1. X is equal to 1, y is equal to 2. Okay, this last one is a bit nastier because what's happening here is that there's nothing that I can easily make into the same as the other lines. So 2x and 3x, they could both go into 6. 7y and 5y, they could both go into 35. I think I prefer to deal with 6. So I'm going to aim for -6x and +6x. So if I'm going to get this to be -6x, I need to multiply by -3. If this is going to be +6x, it's going to multiply by 2. -3 by 2x is -6x. -3 by 7y is -21y. And -3 by 27 is -81. 2 by 3x is 6x. 2 by 5y is 10y. 2 by 13 is 26. Add those two together. They cancel out. -21y plus 10y is -11y. -81 plus 26 is -55. Divide by -11, divide by -11, y is equal to 5. Now, I have to find x. I know that 2x plus 7y is equal to 27. 2x plus 7 by 5 is equal to 27 because I know y is 5 now. 2x plus 35 is equal to 27. So 2x is equal to -8. X is equal to -4. So my two answers are x equals -4, y is equal to 5. Okay, we're nearly there. Rearrange the following formulas to make the letter in the box. We're trying to rearrange it so y is by itself 4y plus x equals 16. I want y by itself, so I'm going to get rid of that x. 4y is equal to 16 minus x. I'm going to divide by 4, divide by 4. Y is equal to 16 minus x over 4. Or I could say y is equal to 16 over 4 minus x over 4. So y is equal to 4 minus x over 4, if you want. Okay, either of those answers is good. This is good, and this is good. Okay, I've got to find c by itself. I've got a 5, though. That's a fraction, which is nasty. So I'm going to multiply by 5, multiply by 5. So I have 5a is equal to, they cancel, it's equal to b plus c. I multiplied by 5 to get rid of that fifth, that 5, that's a denominator. I multiplied by the same number to get rid of it. Okay, so 5a is equal to b plus c. I'm trying to get c by itself, so subtract b, 5a minus b is equal to c. That's the answer. Now, I could have done that another way or spoken about it another way. I could have said, well, that 5, I want to get rid of it. It's dividing here, so I'm going to multiply here. To get rid of it, I multiplied by 5. So I end up with the same thing, but just my way of describing what I'm doing is different. 5a minus b is equal to c. So I multiply, because it was dividing by 5, and I want the 5 to be gone, I need to multiply by 5. Okay, here I'm trying to get q by itself. This is a bit trickier. I get all the terms that have a q to one side. So I'm going to subtract that term that has q from that side. And I'm going to get pq minus qr is equal to c. Okay, they cancelled out. Now, I factorize, so they go from 2q to 1q. So there's a q and there's a q. I've got 2 q's. I want to get to 1q. So q is factorizing. Now, we haven't done factorizing yet, so I don't think I'll give you one like this in the test, but sure, we'll do it anyway. Q by p minus r is equal to c. And then this whole thing, as a unit, I need to move it. So I'm going to divide it by p minus r, divide it by p minus r. They cancel out. So q is equal to c over p minus r. Okay, so don't worry about that. It's going to be not on the test. Okay, hope that's helpful. Talk to you soon. That's a long video. I hope it's helpful. Bye.